Implementing Papua New Guinea's gender equity and social inclusion policy is the responsibility of everyone who works for the National Public Service. It is not just the responsibility of management. All public service employees have an important role to play spearheading, supporting and sustaining GESI initiatives. As a starting point, all government agencies should develop a network of GESI advocates, a group of individuals who have a collective motivation and interest in the important work of GESI. These GESI advocates, called focal points, work collaboratively to catalyze, support and promote GESI initiatives within the agency. The role of a GESI focal point is not to take full responsibility for implementing the GESI policy, but to act as a catalyst in supporting and promoting GESI-related initiatives within the agency. GESI focal points may assist and become involved in the implementation of GESI activities, but their contribution can also be focused on helping colleagues and management to identify strategies and work methods that will enable and further build capacity of others to integrate GESI principles into their own areas of work. It is critical that GESI is the responsibility of everyone in the workplace. The GESI focal points may be part of a specialist GESI community of practice who meet regularly to discuss their experiences and best practice in meeting the challenges of GESI. This can be undertaken at a national, provincial or local level. GESI focal point members are encouraged to work collaboratively with the community and outside agencies, identifying and working in partnerships, knowledge and learning. The GESI policy provides practical example of different roles and their GESI responsibilities. For example, agency heads are to be responsible for implementing GESI within the agency's strategic plan, whilst also providing support for and sponsorship of the GESI initiatives of staff and focal points. They are expected to ensure that management follows disciplinary and investigative protocols when addressing GESI complaints in line with the Public Service General Orders. It is the agency head's responsibility to maintain an open door policy on any GESI complaints and feedback, and promote and celebrate GESI successes. Senior executives, first assistant secretaries and supervisors have the important role of building GESI considerations into agency decision-making processes and service delivery considerations. As leaders, they are to demonstrate and model appropriate GESI behaviors and practices and foster a working environment of trust and respect where staff feel free to raise GESI issues. The cooperation of the Human Resources Department is vital in the successful mainstreaming of GESI principles. Workplace policies and practices need to be gender and socially inclusive. This should be supported by ongoing training and awareness of GESI principles, and the availability of resources such as counseling and connecting with external local referral pathways, and mediation and coaching assistance. Public service employees should contribute to a positive and supportive workplace by displaying, promoting and supporting GESI behaviors and initiatives. Employees have a responsibility to show courtesy and respect to all, and to complete duties in a way that is fair and inclusive by acknowledging the skills, abilities, and backgrounds of others. These behaviors should also extend outside the workplace when dealing with clients and the community. The government is committed to creating a national public service that promotes gender equity and socially inclusive practices that reflect a positive, respectful, supportive, and fair work environment where public servants' differences are respected, valued, and utilized to create a productive and collaborative workplace. Public service employees should not tolerate behavior that opposes GESI principles, such as bullying, harassment, and discrimination, and should take responsibility in reporting such incidents. The Department of Personnel Management regularly monitors, reviews, and reports on gender and social inclusion statistics and demographics, and ensures that agencies and agency heads are meeting their GESI obligations. GESI resources are to be distributed through DPM, who will support and assist agencies to implement GESI policies and practices. The Ethics and Values-Based Executive Leadership and Management Capability Framework, National Public Service, also supports GESI. It is a homegrown policy and is derived from the Constitution, PNG traditional leadership values, Christian leadership values, and modern organizational leadership and management values. The policy provides a platform for the strategic, systematic, and integrated application of human resource management processes. Given that leadership is at the forefront of any meaningful change initiative, this framework provides assistance in the development of workplace policy and practice with respect to GESI. All national public service employees have the right to work in an environment which is free from discrimination or harassment, and one that supports their health and well-being. Employees should expect to be provided with respect, dignity, meaningful work, and equal opportunities for learning and education for career advancement. Public servants who experience any form of disadvantage have the right to lodge a grievance. and such grievances shall be handled in a respectful and appropriate manner. Any public service employee who receives a GESI complaint is obliged to handle such matters in a prompt and confidential manner and to take accountable action to address the issue and document actions taken. Failing to abide by this policy can leave an employee subjected to disciplinary action in line with the Public Service General Orders and Code of Business Ethics and Conduct.